TikTok is suing the U.S. government over a law that would ban the app nationwide. The social media giant says that a new law demanding the app sever ties with its Chinese parent company is unconstitutional. Now, they claim it's a violation of the First Amendment, but supporters of the law say it's essential for national security. So our Scott McFarlane is on Capitol Hill following this for us. So we got a few things to talk about, but let us start with this lawsuit. What is TikTok arguing?
TikTok lost its battle to stop this law here in Congress, and now they're taking their challenge to the court. And they're arguing this law requiring they be divested or sold by their China-based owner within a year is a breach of the First Amendment and an unlawful singling out of their company in the world of many, many social media platforms. And they say in this challenge, there's no question this will force a shutdown January 19th, 2025. Silencing 170 million Americans in the process. They want a court to order this law to be delayed or to be stalled as they make their case. But I'll underscore this point, Anne-Marie. They emphasize it in their legal challenge. They say the members of Congress who passed this law still use TikTok itself.
And, just remind us a little bit. I mean, several years ago, didn't China sort of do something similar to a number of American companies like Google? Maybe not demanding a divestment, but certainly blocking access.
TikTok argues quite clearly, Anne-Marie, that there are so many other companies that have tethers to China, that have ownership groups that are tied to China, and they make that part of their argument that they're being singled out. This will play out in the D.C. Court of Appeals in some way between now and January 19th. Just remains to be seen whether this will push back deadlines, push back enactment of this law.
Right. So let us talk about something else. What is the latest on Republican Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene's threat to move forward with a vote to oust Speaker Johnson?
She has been wielding this leverage for weeks, Anne-Marie. She just doesn't really want to pull the political trigger on it. Every indication is if she put this to a vote on the floor, it would fail. Mike Johnson's job is safe, in part, if not fully, due to the fact that Democrats will intervene to save him, they say. They don't want Marjorie Taylor Greene dictating the future of this Congress. So she continues to meet with Speaker Johnson, had extended meetings yesterday. She has a couple Republicans backing her effort. But at this point, the Speaker says he's not negotiating with Marjorie Taylor Greene. There's no real risk to his job, but he is making her feel heard. So she'll continue to hold the leverage. She's just not using the leverage.
And then before I let you go, there is new legislation that aims at stripping felons of Secret Service protection. This seems very, very specific. It sounds like the bill is targeting former President Donald Trump. What can you tell us about this?
And the sponsor of the bill, who's already secured 9 co-sponsors, Benny Thompson of Mississippi, used to chair that House January 6th Select Committee. And he's not being cryptic about this. He says Donald Trump should not enjoy Secret Service protection if he's imprisoned, if he's convicted of a felony. Take a listen to more of our conversation with Benny Thompson. Might there be some need to protect a former president if incarcerated from threats?
The Department of Corrections, wherever they are, I trust those individuals. They do it 24/7. There's no sense in having two protectee jurisdictions there.
Jails are pretty imperfect with how they protect folks. We've seen some things.
Then I would say to any protectee, follow the law.
Of course, Donald Trump faces felonies in New York, in Florida, in Georgia, and here in Washington, D.C. Though, Anne-Marie, the big news last night, the Florida case is now on hold indefinitely.
Yeah, that is big news, Scott. Thank you very much.